There we go. Okay, hi everybody, I'm Maria McCabe, and this is it was my coworker Carol Mason. We're the instructional assistants in the Nursing Skills Lab, and we identified a student need to make our simulations more realistic. So we applied for and received a Title III mini grant for the purchase of the SimScreen, and that's to assist in enhancing student success in a realistic environment. Simulation experiences provide an opportunity for nursing students to develop their cognitive and psychomotor skills. The students are immersed in a situation where they're able to demonstrate their preparedness to assess, critically think, and care for a patient in a safe physical environment. Before we had our grant, we had to stand at the bedside with the students participating in the simulation to coordinate the responses of the mannequin with the students' actions. And it's much similar to what you see in the slide there. The instructor would be there standing with the card in her hand, or the instructor, you literally sat by the bedside with the computer. Students commented that physically separating the instructors that are operating the simulation mannequin from the patient area would provide a more realistic environment and decrease their confusion. They also reported that their performance was inhibited with the instructors visibly present. So we identified a need. We needed a way to find for the instructors running the simulations not to be visible to the students, but still be able to observe their actions. On to slide 4. So the solution was the SimScreen. A SimScreen is a 3-foot wide, as you can see, movable wall, and it's got a one-way mirror for the instructors to stand behind during the simulation so that we can stand behind there and still observe our students. It allows us to observe them and to make sure that they reveal their comprehension of any of the nursing course information that we're trying to see them exhibit during the simulation. It also allows other students to observe the ongoing simulation without the awareness of the participants.
Excuse me, could I say something here?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ima. Yes, please.
My name is Ima. Ima, your patient to be exact.
Oh, hello.
This wonderful woman, Maria McCabe, she's been a godsend, I mean a real gem, by getting this grant for the SimScreen.
Thank you, Ima.
Well, you see, prior to that, this other woman, Carol Mason, I think her name was, she used to sit right near me, and the student nurses would be talking to me, and she would answer them, talk about confusing. The students didn't know if she was talking or if I was talking. I was even a little befuddled because of it. Talk about an identity crisis. But thanks to the SimScreen, the students can finally just talk to me. They make sure that Mason woman stays behind the screen where she belongs. Thanks, Maria, you're the best. Sorry for the interruption. Carry on.
Oh, thank you, Ima. So, to evaluate the effectiveness of student success with clinical preparedness in an enhanced realistic simulation setting, we used the simulation screen during several of our simulations. And this allowed the instructor and observers to be behind the sim screen and out of the participant's view. At the conclusion of the simulation, a debriefing was conducted. This gives the observers and the participants time to discuss the progression and outcome of the simulation. It encourages problem solving, critical thinking, and cohesive group dynamics among the students. An aggregate of evaluation data over the past 2 years had reflected that over 30% of our students reported they did not believe they were prepared to care for a clinically deteriorating patient. And out of that 30%, 75% reported that this was also due to the unrealistic amount of people present in the room during the simulation. Our goal was at the conclusion of a simulation in a realistic environment using the SimScreen that 90% of the responding nurses students would agree that they are better prepared to care for a clinically deteriorating patient. And here are the results of the student evaluation this past fall after the use of the SimScreen was initiated. So out of the 68 people that responded, 88 agreed that they were now prepared to deal with a clinical patient. So obviously we were saying that our SimScreen was helping us with this situation. So our goal was close to being met after only one semester. In conclusion, the use of the SimScreen has contributed to creating a realistic hospital patient simulation experience. This has allowed the students to engage themselves in the simulation more realistically, enhancing their learning. And the knowledge gained from these simulations can later be transferred to the clinical setting when caring for real patients. Thank you.